All right, chapter 10, mean median mode. I'm gonna pick and choose the most important stuff. So like definitely the most important stuff from this section is mean median mode. And this should sound familiar. What we're going to do tomorrow is I'm going to present you guys a project, and then our Zoom will be just going over what to do for that project. Okay, so first off, what is mean median mode? Mean median mode are ways to measure the center of data. So when I talk about data, sometimes we just have a list of numbers. For these questions, they don't really have any context. But in real life, you're going to have data like polling information. You're going to get data like how much each ice cream costs around the building or the house or the town. Like you could make up data like this, like how many pets does the average person own? So I'm going to make up, so on my block, let's say. So let's say there's 10 houses on my block. This cat, I have zero pets. The friends have zero pets. I don't know. Neighbor has one pet. This guy has three birds. This guy has two dogs. This guy has two cats. No pets. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Uh, this guy's crazy and has like five animals of some sort, like reptilians. Who knows? We need two more. I don't know. Two dogs again, and a cat and a dog. Okay, because we couldn't decide. Anyway, so this is your like numbers of pets. So what we're going to do is take the mean, median, mode from this data. Now, how do we do each? Mean, you should also recognize it as average. So you guys should be familiar with that term. Average is when we add up all our numbers and then divide it by how many numbers we have. So that should not feel new to you. So let's do that today. So first off, let's add up all the numbers. 0 plus 0 plus 1 plus 3, which is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 0, plus 5 is 13, plus 2 is 14, 15, plus 2 is 16, 17. So our mean is always, I'll show you the symbol as well. This is the sum of our data divided by the number of our data, like how many pieces of data we have. So we added up all the numbers, which happens to be 17, over how many pieces of data we have. We have 10 pieces of data. So on average, every person has a 1.7 pets in their neighborhood or whatever. Okay? That's not necessarily true, and that doesn't necessarily make sense. You're like 1.7 pets. No one could have a zero point 0.7 pet. So typically you read that as you're more likely to have two pets versus one pet in this situation, okay? But that's average, that's mean. The median is the middle of the data. This is very useful. For example, if somebody here, let's say, had 100 pets, like I don't know, what would they have 100 of? Ants, let's say, if they count an ant colony. So they can have like 100 pets if they count each ant separately. Now, if that's so, your average is going to be way higher, right? Because it'll be 100 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2. So that would be around 112. Divided by 10 would be like 12 pets. Does it make sense to say on average everyone has 12 pets? No. So sometimes we use median to try to avoid those big numbers. So in order to do the median, we're going to first put all our numbers in order. So that's going to be 0, 0. I see a 0. And what I'm going to do is underline as I use them. I see only 1, 1. I see two twos. I see, oh, two more twos over here. And then I see a 3 and a 5. Okay, so I have my data in line. Now, the median sounds like what it is. It's in the middle. So we're going to find what's in the middle. So I'm just going to the middle from the outside in. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so 0 and 5, 3 and 0, 2 and 0, 2 and 1, 2 and 2. What's in between 2 and 2? Nothing's in between 2 and 2. So your median is 2. Okay? So that's our median. And then our mode. What's the most common? So mode means the most common. So which one out of this data happens the most often? Well, 0 happens 3 times, but 2 happens 4 times, and everything else happens 1 time. So our mode here is going to be 2. That's the most common. So let me just reiterate everything. The mean is the sum of your data, so all your data added up, divided by the amount of data you have. The median is the middle of the data once put in order. And the mode is the most common. And I'm going to go over more of this in the Zoom today, okay? So that's the basics of it. Tomorrow, we're going to do a project, and then Friday, that project will be due.